Mexican-American food traditions in Northwest Ohio have sustained family and community ties through generations.
We always try to make all of ours reunions with Mexican foods because we just feel that that's who we are and that's a tradition we need to keep.
Gloria Enriquez Pizana moved here in 1950 as a young child. Her family came from Texas to work in the sugar beet industry. They kept their food ways, but also adapted to their new home.
We loved the foods that my mom would make because she would make everything from scratch. It was all Mexican food. Just every once in a while someone would say, can someone make fried chicken? Or, you know, we heard mashed potatoes in a box and things like that. So when we first moved to Ohio, my mom packed their lunch, and it was tortillas in their lunch. And my brothers, they were just a little embarrassed because everyone was staring at their tortillas. They didn't know what they were eating. So anyways, Mom didn't pack tortillas after that.
Tortillas can be a metaphor for Mexican-American experiences in Northwest Ohio. Using inexpensive, easily available ingredients, they are a basic staple.
If you've grown up with it, it's like food doesn't taste the same unless you have a tortilla.
But there's more to them than meets the eye and the mouth. Gloria's recipe is traditional.
My mom would just toss things together rather than measure. Everyone's tortilla tastes different. I used to go to my aunts and uncles, and my tia's tortillas would be different than my mom's, and they always said, your mom made the best tortillas. I don't know what it was, but she did. You know, it's like I told her I've been all over Texas, and it was hard to find a tortilla just like hers.
Traditionally in Mexico, tortillas were made of meal from corn, soaked in an alkaline solution, making it more nutritious.
You could never find all your ingredients for making corn tortillas, but because everyone carries this up in Ohio, all the families could make flour tortillas. So what I have put in the bowl so far are 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and then now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm going to have to put 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So what I'm going to do is make sure I got all the dry ingredients mixed in the bowl. And then I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of lard. And what I'm doing is mixing the lard right in there, working it in. This is 3/4 cup of warm water I'm adding to it. It just takes a while. You got to keep kneading it. We have gone ahead and made the dough, and we just let it rest. So at this point, what we're going to do is take just pieces of it, and first I make a ball, but this is the way my mom showed me to make the little, what do you call these little things here? She says, tuck it under. If your dough is sticky, you'll want to have flour on the side. You'll want to add some flour so it doesn't stick to the rolling. Look at that, it's not even sticky. And what I do is I keep rolling, and you want to have an even pressure. Now I love this rolling pin. My mom, if you can't find one like this, a broomstick. A nice clean broomstick will work. Now depending on what size you want, some people make them real big, others make them real small. But I was like about 12 or 13 when I started learning to roll them. We used to kid each other and say, oh, who's going to make the state of Texas, you know? And now I have a tortilla here that we're going to put on the hot griddle. And it's a dry griddle, but you can use like a cast iron skillet. This, I don't even know where I got it. This might be my mother's. And what we're going to do is we wait for it to bubble up, and we'll turn it over. Now we used to start doing this with my mom. She would make the dough, and we would always roll them out. We learned how to place it on the griddle. Oops, it's getting a little hot. It's a little more brown than I wanted. Then we put them in the tortilla warmer. Now I found this one in Mexico. This would keep your tortillas warm, and then you could put it on your table. We didn't have these growing up. We would use a kitchen towel. We'd make a fresh batch just about every day. I'm gonna get 3 to 4 tortillas per person per meal. 3 to 4 tortillas per meal. With the tortilla, you could break it apart and grab your food this way and then eat it. Or you could take your tortilla and fill it with whatever and eat it as a burrito. We used to just love to take them out right off the griddle and put butter on them. You can put anything, any food you like, put it in here. So I mean, you could make it as a dessert, peanut butter and jelly. We did that. Or you can, you know, it's something to go.
Tortillas are one of those foods that needs to be there for a meal to feel complete.
I guess you just don't realize it until you're an adult, how you miss those homemade foods. And the ones you had all the time, you thought they were boring growing up as a kid. And now everyone's like really, really missing those foods.
American tastes are changing, accepting and adapting Mexican-American culinary contributions, including the tortilla.
And I think for us who have settled out second generation, if we can find one that's close to what Mom makes, it just makes me feel good to know that it's out there. To us, it's special.